I would love to show you what you get when you become a member of the Kickstart Roadmap to Off the Track Thoroughbred Success. So when you log into your course, you will open up to the home page, which is where we are now. And I just want to give you a little bit of a guide through the course itself. So up the top here, you have the modules. There's 8 modules in the program. You also have a site map here up in the right hand corner. I will click on that and show you. The site map opens up to the course outline, so you have each module and then the lessons underneath it, and you can see here the little ticks on the right hand side. So this means that you have completed that lesson and are ready to move on. So all these are ticked because I have gone through the course myself. And also up here you have your profile, so if you click on that, it'll go into all your details and your billing information, and you also have a search bar as well. And on the left hand side you have a link to join the wonderful Facebook community, and also a little bit of a link there to me, your teacher. So let's pop up into the modules. So when you click on each module, it will open up to that particular module, and you will come to a video and also a summary in written form as well of the lesson. And this is the welcome module, so there's only one lesson there. We then move on to introduction. So in the introduction, I give you a course navigation. So a bit of an idea of how to work through the course. And I also give you a demonstration of how to... Moving on to module 1. So every time you hover over the module, it will then open up to each lesson in that module. So you can see here on module 2, there's one lesson in this module. Lesson 3, there's 2 lessons. Lesson 4, you have 3 lessons. Module 5, I should say module 4. Module 5, you have 4 lessons. Module 6, you have 3 lessons. Module 7, you have 5 lessons. And, whoops, I'll show you. Yep. Module 8, you have, so module 8, you have 2 lessons. So I'll pop back up to module 1 and we'll open up to this lesson. So I give you an overview of what Off the Track Thoroughbreds are and how they are different from other horses. So this gives you a really good detailed information on the Off the Track Thoroughbred. Moving on to module 2. Lesson 1, Off the Track Thoroughbreds are unique. So once again, I go into more detail on how Off the Track Thoroughbreds are different from most other horses and the reason for these differences. This lesson is in video format and also in written format as well, a summary of it. Every lesson is in video format as well as a written format. I also give you some action steps at the end of the lessons. Module 3 has 2 lessons, and we look at the pros for having an off-the-track thoroughbred in this module. And you have the lesson overview and also a summary of it and written form. We'll hover over the module again and we'll click on lesson 2. The cons of having an off-the-track thoroughbred. So some of the not so positive aspects of owning an off-the-track thoroughbred. You can see here it also in written form as well as your video lesson. Module 4, we hover over module 4 and then you'll click on each lesson you want to go into. There's also over here on the left-hand side, you will see another way you can click into your lessons is you will have when each lesson is opened, the module that you're in and the lessons in that module. So you'll see here we've opened up to lesson 1, retraining. And then you also have the ability to click on lesson 2 and lesson 3 here. So I give you an overview of the lesson, what is needed to transform an off-the-track thoroughbred from a racehorse to an equestrian or pleasure horse, and what the off-the-track thoroughbred retraining program consists of. Hover back over here, the 2 stages of the off-the-track thoroughbred retraining program, once again in video format as well as a summary and written format for you. And let's just do a different way of getting into our lesson. So we'll click over here and we'll go to the checklist. So I'll give you a checklist of what you also have learned in the module. So a little bit of an overview of everything that you have learned. Module 5, we look at lesson 1, physical rehabilitation, lesson 2, psychological rehabilitation, lesson 3, I introduce you to a wonderful nutrition calculator, and lesson 4 is the checklist of what you have learned. So let's pop up into lesson 1, physical rehabilitation. So we look at what is involved in stage 1 of the retraining program. And you have some action steps here as well. Move on to lesson 2. You have your lesson overview, your video of the lesson, and the summary in written form, and some action steps. So this lesson is psychological rehabilitation. So in this lesson, you will learn the psychological rehabilitation and well-being, and how to rehabilitate your off-the-track thoroughbred to ensure mental and emotional health. So this is so important. Lesson 3, I introduce you to Feed Excel, which is a wonderful online equine nutrition calculator. I find it absolutely fantastic, and it's just so helpful when it comes to working out the nutrition and feed aspect of feeding your off-the-track thoroughbreds. So I give you a really good a detailed run through Feed Excel and how to use it, and also you get a special discount on the Feed Excel nutrition calculator if you are interested in signing up for it. It's fantastic, but when you go into this module, you will learn all about it. It's not necessary to sign up to it. It's just a wonderful tool that I've given you, which I have found incredibly helpful for myself and my own off-the-track thoroughbreds. And also working out diets and nutrition for clients' horses. And we'll hover back down here and we go to our checklist for module 5, what you have learned, and we have an overview of that. We go through and summarize everything you have learned in each module. We move on to module 6, which is re-education ready, and we have 3 lessons in this module. Lesson 1, why re-education? So in this module, we look at why off-the-track thoroughbreds need re-educating and the differences between how thoroughbred racehorses are ridden in their life as a racehorse, and how it is different to what is expected of them in a life after racing, and what they will be moving on to in all the equestrian disciplines. So once again, a summary and your action step. We go into lesson 2. So the basic responses. So in this lesson, you will learn what the basic responses are and why it is so important to retrain them in off-the-track thoroughbreds. You'll also learn in the lesson what equitation science is. There's a summary underneath your video lesson, and also I have down here a link to some wonderful resources for you. And your action steps. And we'll move on to lesson 3. an overview of what you have learned in this module and the summary of it in written form for you. Let's move on to Module 7. So we'll hover over Module 7 and you'll see your 5 lessons. So we'll click on Lesson 1. The Off the Track Thoroughbred Success Principles. So in this module, you will learn a set of Off the Track Thoroughbred principles that will assist you with mindset, retraining, success, and ensuring the well-being of your horse. So I have 3 principles here, and each lesson breaks down into the details of the principles. And we have the summary and your action steps. Lesson 2 goes into Principle 1 and your summary of Principle 1 and your action steps. Lesson 3 is Principle 2. Once again, your lesson in video form, and you also have an ebook for this lesson to download. So you get an ebook and also your action steps in this lesson. Lesson 4 is the 3rd principle, and video format as well as written format and your action step. And we go on to Lesson 5, which is your tech list and your summary and overview of what you have learned in this module, Module 7. Moving on to Module 8 is the Holistic System of Off the Track Thoroughbred Success. 2 lessons. Lesson 1. I give you a chart and you will learn about the holistic system of Off the Track Thoroughbred success. You also have a PDF download here of the retraining chart to keep for yourself, and you can print out if you like, as well as your action steps. And Lesson 2 of Module 8 is congratulations, you have made it through the course, and a little congratulations video at the end and some action steps for you as well. So I hope this has really helped you if you are thinking about whether the Off the Track Thoroughbred Success Kickstart Roadmap course is for you. I hope this has been very helpful if you have been thinking about whether the Kickstart Roadmap to Off the Track Thoroughbred Success is the right course for you. And please, if you have any more questions, you have a link at the bottom of the page that you can either email me. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to email me at the link at the bottom of this page, where I am more than happy to answer any questions you have in regards to the course and whether you feel like it will be a good fit for you or not.